6, 2021, we have an absolute monsoon here where I live in Maui. It is unbelievable the amount of rain we're getting. We're getting 3 to 5 inches of rain per hour. Normally you get about 8 inches a year where I live. So hopefully we have power all the way through. We've got Monday Night Football. We've got 10 NBA games. We've got a light college basketball schedule, but I see some really good value there. I definitely left some meat on the bone. I only did 2 premiums for college hoops. And then I'm sure there's NHL as well. So bring in the gang. They're having some interesting pregame talk back there, and maybe we'll fill you in on a little of it.
Hi, it's Mitch from PickDawgz.com.
Oh, for sure. These games have to be high drama.
Here we go again.
I'm going to go big and see what happens.
Morning, welcome to the morning show. Yeah, like I said, rainy day here. I had a full-blown Karen this morning. I came into the studio a couple hours ago because my internet in the house was down, so I figured, in the studio I have it hardwired, so I'm like, maybe it's just the Wi-Fi, the thing, because the power's been going in and out. Come in, it's like the computer won't start. So I call Apple on the phone, the customer service. And I swear the woman says to me, okay, go to the back of the computer, unplug it, wait 10 seconds, plug it back in. Okay, hit the start button and see what happens. Thing starts. It's like, I'm just an idiot.
Why didn't you try that to begin with?
I did. I unplugged it from the socket, but not from the back of the computer. Full-blown Karen, It was like,
calling somebody is my last resort.
Total drama queen about the whole thing, too. It's not working. It's like, it's like, what am I'm going to do it from... Yeah. Had a moment. But,
okay, we all have those moments,
yeah,
for
and
sure.
Like Brian's like texting me through with a Facebook Messenger, and it's like, I can't get onto the website. I can't get anything. It's like, reset the modem, all of a sudden everything's working again too out there. So yeah, It's been that kind. It's just weird. You ever have where it's just your power is going in and out, and it's just like seriously storming outside, and it's like it's almost like a hurricane here. It's like it's just crazy amounts of water coming down. It's just
we get that weather in September normally with hurricanes.
We normally never get this. This is like a Kona storm. This is like, these are like once in a I don't know. I've been here since 2015, and this is the first one. No, I've been here since 2014, and this is the first one that we've had like this. My guess, massive waves.
I bet. Massive waves out there, I bet you. Reminds me of what we got. We got 2 of these, 2 of the storms that you're getting, except we got snow and wind. Blizzards. We had drifts that were 2 stories high last year. It was nuts.
But yeah, congratulations to Brett Nault, one of our handicappers, one of our writers, Sports Shop Place and PickDawgz. He's been with us for a very, very long time. He also does fantasy with us as well. We have never had him on the morning shows. I don't know why, but I think it's always like a schedule conflict and stuff, but he's been with us forever. He's like one of the best fantasy guys out there. I'll put him up against any of those massive fantasy sites any day of the week. He absolutely murders those guys. He gave out a golf lineup on Sports Chat, I think it was like 3 months ago. It hit in one of those DraftKings or FanDuel tournaments for like 90 grand or something. It's like he does it on a regular basis. And the funny thing is like people that do follow him, he has like a pretty hardcore following of followers on Twitter, and he tweets out that he does the post, and then he posts it usually later in the afternoon, and he'll get into a contest and people will see his name there, they're up against him with the same lineup. It's like, and I mean, he cashes just a lot. I mean, I don't know anything about fantasy, but I know from what everybody says, this guy cashes just an absolute ton. Like I said, I'll put him up against any of those big sites, any of those big fantasy name guys. He he seriously knows what he's doing. Unlike me when it comes to fantasy.
Oh yeah, just beast.
You've seen him, Rod. I know you
Yeah.
follow all that stuff.
I follow him. I've seen him hit a few of those
big ones.
Golf,
right?
golf,
Like,
basketball.
like
It's
massive
it's
ones.
not like massive ones.
The
Yeah.
big money, like not like the $5 ones. You know.
Yeah, not like here's a couple $100. No, it's
they're like the big
thousands of dollars.
Yeah, like thousands and thousands. I've seen them.
Yeah.
In the golf.
Those ones where you're like, where you can be first, second, and third out of like 580 people, and you take the big prize. It's like, wow.
There we go. I couldn't see my comments. Now I got it. Yeah, but congratulations to Brett and Amy, I believe his wife is named. No, maybe it's not Amy. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Brett. Oh, Sarah. He's like, it's like Brett's been with us. He's one of those guys who's been with me so long. It's like, you know, from like the college guy get-togethers where he couldn't work that weekend to the, you know, to the married, you know, to the baby. It's like we're doing the full process. We've done the full process together, you know. I guess he'll circle back into the, you know, he's also an avid golfer. But once again, congratulations. But anyways, we've got a lot of games going on today. Got big one on Monday Night Football, and Manny Diaz out as head coach at the University of Miami, as I predicted at the Florida State game. When Kevin Thomas said, "Oh, this isn't that meaningful a game for Miami," I said, "They lose, their coach will be fired," and that's how serious business college football is. You know, to certain fan bases. It's like we'll take the losing season, you know, for a few years, but that doesn't mean we're going to sit with it forever. If you lose to Florida State, that's for sure.
You know, I saw who they're playing in their bowl matchup.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. I looked through the bowl matchups. We'll have to do a bowl preview show before I have my before I'm out, and the thing is that they never play well in that game.
The Cougars.
I don't think they've ever won the Sun Bowl. I think that's like one of the bowls that they've never won. Normally, it's like the Sun Bowl is the first bowl game there ever was. It's the oldest of all the bowl games, and Miami never plays well in that game. I don't think they've ever won a Sun Bowl. They've been in it a few times. I don't believe they've ever won. Chris Suglia, sorry he butt dialed you, Joe.
It's okay. I should learn to turn my ringer off during the show. I'm going to do that right now.
I think Notre Dame, Oklahoma State looks interesting. And there are a few other games.
Yeah, there's some good matchups there. There's, you know, you start to see where this SEC Big Ten tie-in games, you know, just screw up the entire bowl season. You know, it's like when they started the bowl tie-ins in 1988, it destroyed the bowl system as we knew it. And that's why the playoff will now make it more meaningful. Guys don't even want to play in these bowl games anymore. We're going to have tons of players sitting out these games because these are so meaningless. With these bowl tie-ins, you don't even have like the matchups that you need to get it going. It's you know, so like Penn State versus Kentucky or something. You know, who cares? Who the hell cares? Penn State, Arkansas.
It's Iowa versus Kentucky.
These are like the New Year's. This is like Iowa versus Kentucky.
Why do they have to have tie-ins? Why can't it just be, you know, put together some matchups?
Because
like
this is the way that they've done it. As soon as they announced that you could pre-schedule bowl games, they immediately did these tie-ins. Immediately. Oh, we want the Big Ten. We want the SEC. We want it every year. So what you have in the Fiesta Bowl, right? You have Iowa against Kentucky. This is like one of the biggest of big bowl games.
Yeah.
Iowa against Kentucky on New Year's Day in the Fiesta Bowl. It's horrible.
I would think Kentucky would kill them.
It's horrible. Oh, it's in the Citrus. They're playing in the Citrus. Oklahoma.
Citrus Bowl.
Oh, Oklahoma State, Notre Dame in the Fiesta. Okay, here's another trend. I bet you Notre Dame's lost like 30 straight Fiestas. I don't think they've ever won in the Fiesta. That's a place where I bet you they've never stayed within 30 points in the Fiesta. They've been rung up. I mean, this is where Notre Dame has been rung up the most times, I believe, that you've ever seen, like those lopsided rung up scores. The worst beatdown I've ever seen Notre Dame, aside from the 28-0 in Miami, the game that I went to, the revenge match. But the worst beat, and the one, of course, a couple of years ago when we beat them in Miami. But the worst and best beatdown of Notre Dame that you'll ever see by a non-Miami. Oh, that's the playoff a couple of years ago too against Clemson. But the Fiesta Bowl, you got to Google this one. The Fiesta when they played Oregon State. Oh my God! Dennis Erickson hates them so much. He just kept throwing and throwing and throwing deep. They had no answers. They had their receivers that year for Oregon State was Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco, and TJ Hushmanzada, and they just threw deep on every single play. I think it was 55-0. I think it was, what was the score of that game? Oregon State versus Notre Dame Fiesta. It was one of my favorite games of all time. That's how I remember it. I do have a great 41-9. It was a beatdown. It was a sea of beaver orange. Oh man, what a beatdown that was. Fiesta Bowl trophy. Dennis Erickson. 75,428, the largest crowd in the history of the Fiesta Bowl. Oh, man. Dennis Erickson after the game. We had some stupid penalties playing aggressive football. The passing yardage, 446 yards passing. Man, they just went over the top on them. Chad Johnson caught touchdown passes of 74 yards and 4 yards, but he got away with a big mistake. Oh, man. Oregon State's big talking 5'8" tailback gained 85 yards on 18 carries. They blitzed on every play. Matt LaVecchio, 13 of 33 for 138 yards, sacked 6 times. If it was a fight, they would have stopped it. And I'll tell you what, Notre Dame's been there. Oh, Hushmanzada had a monster game too. And it's like, I believe that Notre Dame's been blitzed out there a bunch too. Outside of that, oh, what a great freaking game that was. The 2001 Fiesta. Oh, what a day that was for everybody. I'll remember it like it was yesterday.
20 years ago.
Yep. It was such an awesome game. It was just, 6 sacks, 13 of 38 passing. You can only imagine. He was on the run. Like, Dennis Erickson hates Notre Dame. He was just like, I don't care, that we're up by 1 million. We're throwing deep again. I do not care. I think he'd been drinking, to be honest with you. Dennis was a big time. He liked to visit the bar. We used to see him at Fox's across the street from there all the time. It's not a strip club. It's just a bar named Fox's.
Yeah, that's a good name for a gentleman's club.
Yeah, but it's not. It's just a regular bar. It's called Fox's.
Fox's.
Yeah, that's where Vinny Testaverde got in a moped accident. Same place. Anyways. Speaking of moped accidents, we got the Bills hosting the Patriots tonight. First place in the AFC East on the line. Patriots have this big winning streak going, and we know in the NFL, winning streaks are made to be broken. There's no one that's been able to hold these things together. You got a rookie QB going on the road on Monday Night Football, but you got a Bills team that has been imploding week after week, 3-3 in their last 6. They have not played well in these games. They lost to the Jaguars. Oof, they lost to the Colts 41 to 15? The Colts
Something
game?
like that. Yeah, they got pounded.
They got pounded.
Yep.
But The one thing is, I know in the old Rich Stadium in Buffalo, this was one of the things that I always liked about this place, is that you used to be able to bring in a gallon of the beverage of your choice. I don't know if you're still allowed to do that.
Really?
No.
Wow, a whole gallon of it.
Yeah, the beverage of your choice. So you can
Wow.
bring a gallon of moonshine. You know, it really
Yeah,
didn't matter.
definitely. Well, yeah.
Mine would have been red wine, but wow.
Yeah, you could have brought a
Gallon of it.
A gallon.
Big old 4-liter jug. Yeah.
So,
Woo!
but I'm expecting a playoff type atmosphere here at Orchard Park tonight. I don't know what they call this stadium now, but it might be the same place. Ironically, saw the Grateful Dead at the same stadium one year, July 4th. It was 1986.
Highmark Stadium.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah,
July 4th,
Highmark
1986. I saw them there. The same day they did that Farm Aid concert. So they played like a weird mix of songs that you never hear together. But it was definitely raining. They played Cold Rain and Snow. I don't remember the rest. I was on acid. But anyways.
You must have been warm then.
It was summer.
Oh, okay.
I just remember like sleeping out by Niagara Falls and then going to the show, and then we went to Annie's Anchor Bar afterwards for wings. Good times. Tour. Hadn't showered and like
Sounds like a lot of
sure
fun.
Stunk the place out.
Gross.
Yeah. It's okay.
Good thing it was raining
And we were on acid.
and you were on acid.
Anyways, speaking of on acid, Brian, what do you think of this one tonight?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills here, laying the 3 points. Over the years, New England has dominated Buffalo straight up. I don't know how long it's been. 10 years they've dominated them. But Patriots won 3-1 against the spread the last 5 matchups between these two teams. And I just think Buffalo's better on paper, better defense, better offense. I like Allen, a quarterback there at home, must-win game. So for me, I'll lay the 3 points with the Bills, the better team.
Yeah, it looks like Mario Cristobal will be the coach at Miami. He's leaving Oregon, coming back home. No surprises there. 2 national championships as a player, national championship as an assistant coach. From Jimmy, he played under Jimmy Johnson. He coached under Larry Coker. He's from Miami. His family lives there. He's our guy. Let's hope. Rod, what do you think? Orchard Park tonight.
For me, I think definitely going to have a playoff atmosphere. Smash mouth football game.
You ever go to Buffalo? You ever been to Annie's Anchor Bar? You seem like you're an Annie's Anchor Bar guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I probably would have if I was in that end of the country when I was growing up. But
you know what happened at Annie's
wasn't.
Anchor Bar? You know what happened there?
What happened there?
You don't know? Brian,
But
what happened
no.
at Annie's Anchor Bar?
No clue.
Joe? Any idea?
No, none. I've never even heard of it.
It's where the buffalo chicken wing was invented.
Ooh.
Oh, no way.
Yep.
That's cool.
Oh, was that place?
Yep, Annie's Anchor Bar in Buffalo, New York.
So it's there. So we have to blame Annie's Anchor Bar for chicken wings used to be free. You could get chicken wings
Well, the
free,
ones
and
at
now
Annie's
because they
are
invented.
the ones at Annie's
Yeah,
are substantial.
I know, but they used to be free. Nobody wants this part of the chicken.
And so was airing my tires at the gas station. I mean, we're gonna blame him for that too. I mean, I don't know.
That's awful.
Blame him for everything. Bottled
Soon,
water.
believe me, soon they're gonna start charging for butter at the diner. So it's like
Air. I can't believe you have to pay for air.
Don't wanna
you need
give
air
anyone
in your
any
tires,
ideas,
and you have to put coins into this machine so it can
Charging-
give you air. It's just awful.
Well, that's what happens,
They have to buy the machine to give you the air. I just wanted to come back.
Yeah, that was a good invention. The guy that brought the air machine, you charge just for air, $2 for some air. That's
The best
Yeah.
is the bottled water.
The bottled water, yeah.
No,
That's
no,
all.
bottled water.
You want a bottled water? Here you go.
99% of it's
$4.
just tap water.
not the stuff I get. I get specialty water.
Well, anyways,
That's still tap water.
Rod, what do you got
It's
in
just,
this
it's
game?
just tap water from Iceland. So, anyways, in this one, I'm going to take the under 41. I think we got a low scoring, hard hitting, just like we seen in the Dolphins game yesterday. Low scoring, hard hitting, lots of running. I think Buffalo wants to run the ball. We know New England wants to run the ball as well. So I think that's the one weakness that the Buffalo's going to try to exploit is the New England rush defense, as they're ranked 20th. It's the only spot on their defense that is questionable. So I like the under. Both teams holding teams to under 17 points a game. I think that's what we got here in Buffalo. Hard hitting, smash mouth football. Give me the under. It's got 17-14 written all over it.
Did you check the weather report for Buffalo tonight?
It's
cold. It'll be minus something.
No, it's about at rate of freezing in 30s, but it's
30-mile-per-hour winds with 40
30-mile-an-hour winds. That's the thing, is the wind. 30-mile-an-hour winds.
It's not going to be nice. That's for sure. I'm going with the under as well. With Rod, I see a super low scoring one in this. I know the total's scary at 40.5, but I think both of these teams are definitely going to play a strong defensive game, run game. And it's going to come over to the turnovers. Who can force those turnovers in this cold, gross weather? The under is also 6-2 for the Patriots last 8 games as an underdog, and it's 7-2 for their last 9 on the road. I really do see this one hitting that under.
I like the over. I'm going to go on the opposite side of this one. I think that everyone's looking at this wind. Everyone's looking at all of these, the factors of these defenses. But we also have 2 of the most efficient offenses. It's not like Mac Jones throws the ball down the field. I mean, this guy's a check down passer. It's all he does is check down. I mean, when he throws it down the field, it's a massive surprise. So I don't see them doing that in this game. He only throws. I'd say of the passes he's thrown this season, I'm going to say 95% of them have been, or maybe even more than 95%, have been, the 6 yards or less. So I'm going to guess that we're going to see efficient offense on both sides, moving the ball. It might take a little bit longer to score, but that's not a lot of touchdowns and a lot of points to be scoring. So I like the over here, and I especially think that, if the wind is that bad, they'll probably see some 2-point conversions, which might even help get to that total a little faster. So I like the over here. As good as these defenses are, it's an offensive league, and, Buffalo averages nearly 30 points a game, and New England does too. So that's 60, gives us 20 points of cushion to the upside, looking at just the offensive side. I'm a defensive guy, and I know wind is, the biggest of all factors. Bigger than snow, bigger than rain. It's the biggest. But I think we're aggressively low here at 41.
It's a playoff type game. I mean, they're playing for number 1 seed.
Yeah, let's look at the scores of the playoff games last year,
All right.
See what they were. I understand.
We know people typically love overs on Monday
Monday Night Football. But this one they're humping the under. It's so windy. Oh, yeah? Read their YouTube comments. Every single one of them talks about the weather and the under. Every single one.
They still like to bet the over. I don't.
Well, the squares do.
Yeah, the squares love to bet the overs.
That's me. I'm squares. I don't care.
Anyway, I think you're going to have a crazy game tonight. I think it's going to be interesting.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it. And halftime if I have power. That would be fantastic.
Hopefully you do.
Yep. A lot of big bets here on the under. For sure. I think Vegas isn't going to be writing those checks. Anyways, Brian, what are you selling?
Well, today I put my bowl pass up for sale. Over the last 3 seasons of college football, I'm 295, 219. That's 57% winner. So you can get my bowl pass for $275 at PickDawgz.com, or my games tonight, my Monday night money shot 3-pack, 1 NFL, 1 college basketball, 1 NBA, all 3 plays for $40 at PickDawgz.com.
Rod?
And for me, I got my Monday Night Football 10-star executive info play. We swept the board on NFL football yesterday, going 5-0. I'm excited about this play. Jump aboard, or you can get my Monumental Monday, where I've got 6 best bets I absolutely love, including the NFL Monday Nighter. You give you 6 plays, I guarantee you got a winning night out of that one. Guaranteed $45. You get it over at PickDawgz Premium. Monumental Monday.
Joe Madden.
I got 4 plays out today, you guys. I've got 1 in the NFL, my best bet in that, 2 in NHL, and 1 in NBA. So head on over to pickdawgz.com.
Get your Joe Madden 4 play. I've got.
Oh, damn, I said it again.
Yep. Did.
Damn it.
I love
Even
that.
numbers aren't good.
Yeah, but you can do it. It's like if you have money line NHLs and stuff, it really doesn't.
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
Doesn't matter.
I try to stay away
Brian,
from
you're not good at this, so it's okay.
I'm just coaching her. Stay away from even.
It's all right,
It's
Brian.
not good.
It's okay.
Because
You know what? I find I do better on days I put out even plays than when I put out odds.
You got to do what works for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe you're an even person and I'm an odd person.
There we go. We nailed that.
Who doesn't like a good 6-pack?
Like a 6-pack.
Right? See?
Okay. Good story. Got NBA tonight. 10 games in action. Man, did I struggle doing videos. Wow, there's only 3 games tomorrow in the NBA and then 13 on Wednesday. These guys are trying to kill me. 3 on Thursday, 9 on Friday, 7 on Saturday. So Saturday there's no college football, so that makes it a little easier. I'm sure there'll be tons of college hoops, though. Yeah, let's get right into it. NBA, I haven't really been putting premium picks in recently. I had a bad run, and I kind of just was like, maybe I'm not seeing the ball, so I just start, I spread a little thin. But I'll probably get back into it. Maybe I'll enter something later on today. Got the Hornets against the Sixers. The Hornets coming through yesterday against the Hawks. Knew that one. That Hawks looked so square. With the guys are out, right? It's always that play, right? Oh, they're out. This guy's out, The Pistons against the Thunder Buddies. Got the Pacers and the Wizards, and the Heat and the Grizz. This is interesting. These are all good games. All of these are good games, except for the Pacers Wizards. They've both done me dirty so many times. It's like I just can't even. I just can't even go there. Disgusted by it. Rod, what are you thinking here? Rod's muted. Andy's got an itch. It's either they got an itch or his hoodie's not fitting right. He's doing a lot of this.
A tickle in the throat. It's like, when you get dry throat, and I'm looking around for something to drink. I drank all the coffee.
Oh, there goes my bet. I bet you crapped yourself. See, that was. It's like anything like that. My first thing that pops, man. It's like, you don't think he crapped himself? It's like,
well, I was having a coughing fit, and I was like,
we're all remote, so we wouldn't really know, but it's kind of just moving around.
Just shifts around. Hold on. Wait, there we go.
Look at this some mild.
Oh, there we go. Now there we go.
That's some mild discomfort. Anyways, what do you like in these 4?
3. I like the under in the 76ers in Charlotte. You look 76ers 5-0 to the under their last 5 Monday games. They're also 4-0 to the under their last 4 road games, and they're also 10-2 to the under following a straight up win. So for me, I like the under. Hornets 6-1 to the under in their last 7 home games following a road trip of 7 or more days. So I think we got a lower scoring game on our hands in this one. So give me the under 217. It opened at 219.5, down to 217. They're begging you to take the over. Give me the under. 76ers, Charlotte. And the other one I like the Heat. Give me the Heat here. I think the Heat pound the Grizzlies in this one. I have no faith in the Grizzlies on the road there. It's 50-50 coin flip. I think this is a good spot for the Heat at home here. Easily cover the 5. And I'm like you, I'm not touching Washington and Indiana. Well, it's an easily pass for me.
I can't stand either of them right now.
Oh, easy pass.
It's like they're only here to screw me. It's like I took the Pacers the other day against who are they playing at home? Like someone else that was beaten up. They're like missing half their team, and it's like, oh, they got drilled. It was like, who was that? It's like I've done a good job. I've erased it from my mind. It's like I can remember the 2001 Fiesta, but I can't remember that beatdown from the Hawks the other day. It's 2.5-point favorites. 114-111. How in the hell do you lose that game? Seriously. They weren't even really close. I think they dressed it up at the end. Joe, what do you think of these 4 gems?
Oh, they're gems for sure. Give me the Pistons tonight minus the points. I don't trust the Thunder. And until they start changing things around, I'm not going to back them 0-8 in their last 8 games straight up. And then give me the Wizards against the Pacers. I really do think the Wizards can get the cover. I don't know if they get the win. Pacers are just 1-7 against the spread in their last 8, playing on 2 days rest. So that's where I'm going with those 2.
The Wizards 1-6 against the number in their last 7 road games.
I know.
0-5. 0-5
I was leaving that part out.
0-5 against the number against a team with a losing record. And the Pacers 1-7 in their last 8 games playing on 2 days rest. It's like it's like with Sam. It's like I won't rub his belly like sometimes like he jumps up on the bed and wakes me up or whatever. It's like I'm not gonna rub your belly. I'm gonna let you think about what you've done. And that's what happens to the Pacers. It's like let's give you an extra day off. Think about it's like what Portland did with Terry Porter last year. It's like, we're not going to fire you. We're going to make you watch this product one more year from the bench. It's like, oh, man. Hey, these teams are just miserable. Brian, you love misery. So
They are.
The Pacers,
Yeah.
the Wizards are 0-4 against the number in the last 4 in Indiana, which means they're probably a lock tonight.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to do a lean on that one, I'd lean towards the Pacers at that number. It just seems like they really would love some Washington action here. But out of that grouping, I'll take the Thunder Buddies plus the points. Again, now probably a public dog, but they are 8-2 against the spread versus a team with a losing record and 13-9 against the spread overall. So I think the Thunder with the points, I think it's a 1-possession game. So I'll take the 4 points there.
I like the Thunder also. I think they're going to be out of favor, after that bludgeoning. I think the last thing that people saw was the
The Pistons, though. They're pretty bad.
Yeah, I know, but the last thing that people saw was that 75-point loss that the Thunder were, and a lot of people were on the Thunder that game. Leaves a mark. Believe me, I got some really good YouTube comments in that one. People really think like I'm a fan of the team, or like I never lose. Like I must say somewhere in my videos that I never lose. It's like because people act like I say that. It's like
I never lost.
Believe me, I never say that. Trust me, you watch enough shows, I'll give you some losing picks. Don't worry about it. Some weeks you don't even have to watch that many. But yeah, I mean,
Jets.
The Jets yesterday.
I hate the Jets.
I took your team.
Fucking Jets.
Ooh.
I was so mad. They can't do anything
they're
right. They can't
so bad. They're so bad. It was like Joe and I come on at halftime. It's like the Jets have 18 points, but they missed 3 extra points.
They make Minshew look like a Joe Montana out there. Spotting dimes.
I don't think the Eagles punted once all game, right? They definitely didn't punt in the first half.
I mean,
both teams are terrible with the yards after contact, right? The Eagles on the Jets, those 3 touchdowns in the first half, almost every yard was gained after contact, and with the Eagles and against Jets, every play was 7 yards. I mean, those running backs that they have aren't that good. Sanders, it's like he's not that good. 7 yards a pop.
But Jonathan Taylor would kill him.
Don't worry, the Jags sent the Eagles some. They found some extra bosses, some mustaches, so Minshew Mania can go over to the Eagles. So they're like, "Hey, we got some extra mustaches. We sent them your way."
Did Zach Wilson throw any interceptions yesterday? I forgot to look at that.
He might. No, I don't know. They were just absolute. They were hideous.
He
From
threw
top
one.
to bottom. One.
He threw one.
One?
Yeah. So now he's what, 11?
Yeah, that might have been like one of those last play of the game type things or last thing. He was terrible. Oh no. It was actually meaningful. It was. Anyways, I like I like to stay as far away as I can from the Pacers and the Wizards right now. I didn't even want to do the video, on that game. It's like sometimes
you should just come on and say that.
I do.
Just don't want to do this video. Thank you.
I do say it on the video. I'll be like, I'm just not even here for this one. I'm just not even present. It's like which of these teams can screw me next? It's like they're lined up. There's a few games like that today. I like the Sixers here against the Hornets. I think the points are a little high though, so you can't bet it. And then I like the Thunder buddies also. Get back on the horse. I think the Heat against the Grizzlies too, but I do like what the Grizzlies are doing, and I don't like the Grizzlies here for a different reason than you guys, because I'm still a firm believer that the Grizzlies gravitate towards 500. So if whenever they get more than a game or two, above or below 500, they either regress back to 500 or they bump up to 500. It doesn't matter who they're playing. It has nothing to do with anything. It only has to do with that 500 mark. So I'm going to take the Heat here based on that theory alone. No other reason. I actually like the way the Grizzlies are playing without John Morant. It's forcing them to play defense.
Yep.
Bulls, Nuggets, chicken nuggets. My wife was at Costco yesterday. We got my nieces and nephews are all coming to visit for the holidays and from Ohio. And even my niece was even bringing her friend. And one of the things on her shopping list was chicken nuggets. So my wife was at Costco, and she said, should I get these chicken nuggets? Tyson, she sent a picture. That's just the ones. I don't really like the quality of that nugget.
Has to be all
It's
white.
got to be better quality than I don't know. Is the Tyson like a low quality nugget? I don't really know. But my wife
Purdue's the best quality, I think.
You think so? It's not rated the highest. Wouldn't you think like Lay chicken nugget would be the one? Like that one.
Sounds fancy.
Like Le Nugget.
Le Nugget.
It's Le Nugget.
Well, Chick-fil-A is the best nuggets.
Is there even fancy chicken nuggets at all?
Chick-fil-A, they have nice nuggets.
I don't know. I don't eat chicken nuggets, so I'd have no clue.
I like a good chicken finger.
Well, as long as if you look at the quality, look at the ingredients. If it says mechanically and or separated chicken, then
it's a hot dog.
Yeah, then you know what kind of chicken nugget.
My guess is salt's going to be super high on that list, regardless of what nugget it is. What nugget it is.
A little.
Yeah, just to preserve it, right? So the chicken nuggets has got to be. Yeah,
chicken nuggets.
It's double because it'll be double salted. You have in the nugget part we'll have salt, and then on the breading on the outside we'll have salt. So
there was a restaurant here had the best chicken fingers. It was called Jack Astor's. I don't know if you'd ever been to one, Rod, up here in Canada. They had the best chicken fingers ever.
Best chicken fingers ever.
Best
quality.
They were spicy. They were chicken breast, and they were delicious.
I don't know. Tyson seems to have it's a nice. I mean, Costco generally has good stuff. I'm a Costco shopper. We don't have much here to choose from, so it's like we shop at Costco. Target, Costco, Walmart. It's all we pretty much have. Do what you got to do.
We don't get Tyson up here in Canada. No Tyson.
It's funny. Like when I lived in Chicago, I used to go to the Nike store and the Apple store and everything. And here, it's like I go to Target. If I need a pair of shorts to work out in, I just go to Target, get them. I have no problem. I don't care. Half the price of the Nike ones. I'll order online once in a while, but it's like I have no problem. It's like I kind of like it. Same things. All that stuff that I used to, have to have the brand name. It's like that's the whole issue. Like we're thinking about leaving, Maui, but it's like we don't want to go anywhere, like because most places it's like then you have to start to care. I like to quietly let myself go here. It's like
need your own little island somewhere, Mitch.
Yeah, I do have my stock options, so I have a lot of options out there. Got my
Oh, man.
yes.
If I go somewhere else, I'm gonna have to wear pants.
That's I'm gonna have to shower every day, shave. It's like, I'm gonna have to care.
I can see Carrie rolling her eyes from here.
No, I'm telling you, she's the same. Everyone in Hawaii is the same way. It's funny, like you see people that come here on vacation, you know who the tourists are. They're the ones that are all dressed up. Everybody that lives here is just like, I mean, you go to like, and I joke around about it, but you go to the grocery store here, it's like, it's very likely you'll see someone with no shoes and no shirt, walking around. I mean, it's pretty much how it is here.
So do you still get service?
At the grocery store?
Yeah, if you wear no shoes and no shirt.
No dice?
No dice?
No, you get yeah.
You get service.
Well, in Australia, they always had signs: no shoes, no shirt, no service.
Oh well. Here it's like I'm telling you, at my club where I play golf, there's a guy that walks around with no shirt, no shoes. He plays golf like that. We're just happy he wears pants.
Yeah, right.
Hawaii sounds like a happy place to be.
Yeah, it's totally, it's the most laid back that there is, and that's why you see people come and they have like these giant amounts of suitcases and stuff, and you're just like, where are you going? It's like it's like
it's like Hawaii. Seriously, why are you packing 5 suitcases?
Yeah,
is it gonna get cold?
Yeah, it's like you're never gonna wear any of that stuff. Pair of flip flops, 2 pairs of board shorts, and a couple t-shirts. You're all set. Anyways, Bulls and the Chicken Nuggets got the Bucks and the Cavaliers, and the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Atlanta Hawks. Brian, what do you think of these 3?
Rob, I'm going to do Bucks and Cavaliers on the drive-through today, so make sure you tune in. The other game I like is the Minnesota Timberwolves minus the points. Both these teams off 2 straight losses, but the Hawks just 3-9 against the spread on the road. I think Minnesota's going to start to turn it on. I've been saying that for a while now, but I think they're going to go on a nice winning streak, and this is a moderate number delay, so I think they can take care of the Hawks tonight.
And for me, I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to take the Hawks. I know that everybody thinks they look awful on the road. They're horrible on the road, but they're also love to come play in Minnesota. They are 3-0-1 the last 4 meetings in Minnesota. They're also 6-1-1 ATS the last 8 meetings versus the Timberwolves here. Give me the Hawks over the Timberwolves in that one. You got to give me points with the better team. I'll take it. Give me the Hawks plus the points. Not enamored with the spot. Only one I like there.
I'm going to ride with Brian on this one. I like the Timberwolves. I think the Hawks will struggle to score against them. I think they're going to be too strong defensively. And then give me the Cavs plus the points. I think this is too many for the Bucks to cover here. Cavs are 6-0 against the spread in their last 6 games as a road underdog. So I'll ride with them tonight.
I'm on the Bucks big in this one. I think that this is the time where the Bucks kind of dog chow the Cavs. It's kind of like how the Thunder Buddies were. It's like the public starts to jump on board. We had a nice run with the Cavs. We've all been on them a ton on this show and in general. And I've been using them in my parlays and the videos and everything. But all good things come to an end, and I think this is where this one comes to an end because the Bucks are starting to heat up, and when they're heating up, they are blowing people out at home. And that's when you can tell when the Bucks are playing well. It's been their trademark the last 3 seasons is blowout wins. They've had their share of struggles when Chris Middleton was out, but we've seen them now. And it's like now they are starting to put the hammer down. We saw them beat the Heat last time, 124-102. They put 127 up on the Hornets. They didn't blow them out, but then they beat the Pacers by 18. They beat the Nuggets by 11. They beat the Pistons by 21. They beat the Magic by 30. So we're starting to see these same Bucks, that are blowing people out again. It's been since Chris Middleton's been back and kind of like has had a chance to gel with the team. His first couple games back, it was slow going. But I love the Cavs. I love what they've been doing this season. But I'm going to guess that this is starting to become a public dog like the Thunder were. And we saw what happened when the Thunder became too public of a dog. They lost by 80. So I'm going to go with the Bucks. I don't think they win by 80, but I like them in this spot. The Bulls look almost too easy there. I'm going to stay the hell away from that thing. Minnesota Timberwolves, well, I mean, if I don't lose money on Timberwolves, then what is worth betting at all? Take Minnesota Timberwolves against the Hawks. Looks like a good way to lose a lot of money.
Timberwolves.
Oh. It's like they're one of those teams. They're 11-12. These are the ones that kill you, right? These are the teams that absolutely kill you.
Yeah.
They're 11-12 and 11-12 against the number. But what most people fail to look at, when they look at that thing, is that it doesn't mean every time they win they cover the spread, and every time they lose they don't cover the spread. It's a very much a mishmash of covering and not covering within that 11-12, which just in a perfect world, which the Timberwolves live in, for the books, they just seem to do it very, very randomly. And the Timberwolves just, I mean, it's like, that's why I don't have a boat.
Because of the Timberwolves.
Yes.
Yes.
Damn Timberwolves.
It is. I don't have a boat because of the Timberwolves. I don't have a boat or a Harley. It's because of the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Damn them.
Damn you, Timberwolves.
You need that bumper sticker. Someone has to make that for you.
It's like last year at the end of the year, too. It was like they're on that roll. I write it down on my piece of paper. Timberwolves. It was like, why did I do that again? Then they start off this season. It's like they lose like 10 in a row. I'm on them every game. It's like, man. It's like, how many college basketball wins can I give away the money on the Timberwolves? It's like, really, that's what this comes down to. How many easy college basketball layup wins can I grab? To piss the money away on the Timberwolves. I need my college basketball winners to pay off my Timberwolves bills. Got the Phoenix Suns against the Spurs. I like the Spurs in that one. We got the Warriors against the Magic. I like the Warriors in that one. Blowout, public, square, whatever. I don't care. And I like the, the Clippers and the Blazers. That's the same as the Wizards and the freaking Pacers. It's like, no way. Just stop. Just stop. The both of you, It's like Wizards, Pacers, Clippers, Blazers. No way. I'm not falling for it. Brian, you falling for any of these? That Clippers, Blazers?
Yeah, I think that's the Western Conference version of the, mediocre team battle there.
It's not the mediocre team. These are the teams that can literally screw you without a moment's notice. The Clippers, 2-8 against the number in their last 10. So the one time I don't back Paul George and the Clippers is against the Lakers. They beat them outright. It's like same thing. And then the same thing with Portland Trailblazers. All of a sudden, they can't win on the road. And then which I take them on the road against. I figure the Kings, right? They got a shot against the Kings.
The Kings with a bet.
Yeah, but 4.5 points with the Kings. The Kings are hold on for dear life, and then they get back home. They still can't win. It's like, come on.
I think the best free pick on the board is probably the San Antonio Spurs plus the points. Phoenix is 500 at home against the spread. Spurs 12-9 on the year, but they've covered, I think, 4 straight. San Antonio is well coached. I think this number stays within 5 or 6. So I like the Spurs with the points.
The Blazers are 0-8 as a dog, 1-5 against the number in their last 6 games. The Clippers 1-6 against the number in the last 7. I've had them all those 7 except for the one, and then 0-5 as a favorite. 0-5 when their opponent allows more than 100 points. 1-5 when they're allowing 100, and 1-5 against the number against a team with a losing record. Yeah. Hate both of those teams. The Pacers, the Wizards, the Blazers, and the Clippers should all get locked in a room and just play each other the rest of the season.
Go to their own little island.
Yeah, and just that's it. I'm so done with those teams. Rod, I'm with Brian on the Spurs here too. I just think they cover. I don't know if they win.
See, the Clippers. I had the Clippers and the Lakers. I said that they were 8-0 against the Lakers. Clippers like to play the teams that mean something. So beating the Blazers here, does that mean anything for the Clippers? Nah, they'd rather be in the strip club drinking, I think, and partying it up instead. Even though the Clippers, you look 7-2 ATS their last 9 in Portland, I'm gonna take the Blazers here. Give me Blazers plus the points. That's a closer game than what you think. And you know what? I actually do believe in magic. I believe in magic.
They're gonna get so crushed.
That's way too many points.
They're gonna lose by 100.
Way too many points.
They're gonna lose by 100.
Nope.
100.
Nope.
150.
Nope.
200.
Magic cover this number. Magic cover this number. Everybody's enamored on the Warriors going. They're gonna blow them out.
You know
20.
why?
Magic.
You know why?
5-1. Why?
Because they never don't cover back to back.
The Magic.
Never.
5-1 ATS. Their last
in the
6 on
history
the road.
of the team. Never.
Versus a team with a winning record. Magic are going to step up and try to fight in this one. And Warriors will cover.
5-0 against the number following the loss.
That's make it a 1 and that. Magic also 5-2 the last 7 in Golden State against this number.
Could be
that number is way too big.
Like nobody was on the Pelicans the other day.
Well, there's only a few people.
I was on the Pelicans.
No, not one. No, nobody was.
Nope.
Me and Rod were on the Pelicans.
Nope, nobody. There was nobody on the Pelicans.
You were on a date. There was nobody on the Pelicans.
There was nobody on the Pelicans. We went to the books. They were begging. They were on their hands and knees, literally.
Well,
please,
they don't have to beg me too hard. And I'm not the one that. I'm not even the guy that likes the Magic. I was like, I don't believe Magic.
They're gonna get crushed.
I believe
they're gonna
get
get crushed. They're gonna get crushed.
Yeah, I'm with you, Mitch. I think they're gonna get crushed. I'm gonna ride
think of that. See,
the Warriors all the way.
This is I gave out the square patty fish fillet parlays today, and it's the Bucks and the Warriors. For those of you that didn't see the video, and it is the squarest of patty parlays, and I'll tell you what, it's gonna hit.
The Bucks isn't the square play.
Hey, how about that newsletter parlay? Did you guys see that one that I sent out yesterday? The 4-teamer.
Yeah.
One leg left, right?
One leg left, man. It hit all 3. It hit the under in the Dolphins, Giants, but outside of that, outright on Kansas State. It had Kansas State money line against Wichita State, and the other one was another money line dog. The Rockets against Thunder Buddies money line. So it hit those 2 on the money line. It hit that. So all it's got left is Ottawa Senators. So if you guys played that, you can hedge it or whatever because it's a big payer at this point. Big. And it was free. I sent it. Over 10,000 people read that email. So hopefully a lot of people cashed on it.
Absolutely.
I'm sure people will still criticize and tell me they hate my guts, but I haven't checked my spam.
You got lucky.
I didn't get lucky. I got it from the betting tools. I didn't do anything. I don't know. Wait, you think I'm going to give out a hockey 3-team, 4-team underdog parlay, whatever? Yeah, I might.
I'd have to say I like the Warriors tonight too. I'm taking the square patty, which is rare.
Brian Bitler's batting leadoff on the drive-through, so you better get there early.
Yep, for my Cavaliers and.
They put Brian on early because that's when the crowd is the smallest.
Well, I like the leadoff.
Yeah, well, that's where you get
Cavs and Bucks tonight.
You reach the least amount of people that way. It's a good way.
Cavs and Bucks.
You want to be like in the middle or last. Anyways, Rod, you said it already.
I did. I believe in magic.
Joe,
believe in magic.
and Joe went.
Yeah,
to,
I believe in the Warriors. I'm not believing in Magic tonight.
All right,
Warriors will crush them. They're 6-1 ATS in their last 7 games following an ATS loss. Magic are 0-4 ATS in their last 4 games playing on 2 days rest. They'll be rusty tonight. Warriors will smoke them. And then give me the Spurs as well. I think that's just too many points against the Suns teams. They're 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 games, and I think they get the cover here.
Flyers against the Avalanche, the Capitals against the Ducks, Devils against the Senators. Rod, any of these 3 tickle your fancy?
For me in these ones, I like give me the Colorado Avalanche or the Flyers. Flyers are just awful. They're just nosedive. 0-7 in their last 7 games. They're just dumpster fire. They just got rid of their coach. Haven't announced a new one yet. So turmoil in Philly. Colorado, better team. Offense is huge. I'll take Avs on the puck line in that one. And I think your parlay's got a real good shot. That 4-teamer there with Ottawa. I know Ottawa haven't been good on the road, but I don't trust this Devils. I'm not laying minus 180 with no Devils team. Yuck. Ottawa's got a shot on that one. I'll lay the points. Give me Ottawa on that one.
And just to keep it clear for our listeners and viewers, it was a throat tickle, right? It wasn't something else.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Smell-o-vision would be all nice and smelling like flowers. It doesn't smell like someone shit themselves.
Let's hope not. Joe, tough act to follow there.
Oh yeah, how do I follow that up? Give me the Ducks on the puck line tonight.
I told you
against,
she's a classy broad.
against the Washington Capitals. They're 8-2 on the puck line on the road. And then, you know what, this Avs and Flyers game, it's going to be an interesting one. I think we see an over in this one. Both these teams do trend to the over. Both are led by their offenses. I just hope the Flyers put in enough effort tonight in this game, but I think they will in front of their home crowd. So give me the over in that one.
Don't worry, they don't even need to put any in. The Avs can put in the 7 to get us over the total all on their own.
They most definitely can. I just hope it doesn't push at that 6.
Nah, you're good.
Brian?
The Avs easily get 6.
Yeah.
Blowout! Sorry.
It's all right. I'm not in love with this time slot, but I think the parlay is a good opportunity with Ottawa Senators. They might be one of the better values on the board in the NHL tonight. Devils, losers the 3 straight. And I like the Devils, but at this price, I think you have to go with Ottawa here at plus 160. So give me the Senators here on the lean.
How many of you guys got that email? It's like, I know.
I got the email.
I sent like 40,000 of them out, so I know.
I didn't get it till this morning, so it didn't do me any good.
Really?
Really?
Maybe I just checked my email late.
Sounds like
You checked your emails.
I got mic problems. It's like I can't. There we go. Anyways.
Thank me later, parlay.
Thank me later. I like the Ducks on the puck line. Stars against the Coyotes. Canucks against the Kings. The Kraken against the Penguins. Suspicious line there on the Kraken once again. A lot of suspicious lines on these Kraken these days. Joe, what's Kraken here?
This Kraken team, they are due to get some sort of win at home, but there's no way I'm going to take a side in this one. I like the over. I think we're going to see a lot of goals in this one. Both these teams can get the puck in the back of the net, especially the Penguins. So give me the over in that. Leaning on the Kings over the Canucks. I know we saw them win last night against Edmonton, 5-1, beautiful win there. But I think in this one with the Canucks just struggle to score. So give me the Kings here to be able to get another road win, make that 2 in a row. And then I'm leaning on the Stars. I think they're just going to outpower the Coyotes tonight. So the favorites 22-5 in their last 27 meetings. So give me the Stars.
Brian?
Yeah, for me, I think the best bet in the NHL board is the Seattle Kraken tonight. That line just looks off. Although the NHL this season so far for me, when a line has looked off, it hasn't panned out for the most part. But Seattle off a win, I think they take Pittsburgh out tonight. So I'm gonna take Seattle plus the 110, just the lean, strong lean.
Right?
I know I said in the video, take the Penguins, but we're going to take the Kraken in this one. They beat the Oilers their last game out at home, too. And so I think they continue that momentum and beat the Penguins in this one. So give me the Kraken in that one. I agree. Give me the Kings. Canucks still in big terminal. They fired their GM yesterday. They fired their coach. Bruce Boudreau is the new coach. So this will be his first game. Is he going to win his first game? No. He's going to take a couple games for him to get his systems implemented with his Canucks team and get them going again. So I don't Kings in the back-to-back. I think I'll take the Kings in this one. Can't do the Canuck dance yet. I think Bruce Boudreau adding to the Canucks as a coach it was a huge pickup for them. Huge pickup for them. Now, they needed to do something. They were awful. So big stir up there, which is good. I like they got all these young talent and they're just not playing. So I think with Boudreau in there, he'll get them going. I like the over in the Coyotes and the Stars. Bigger low scoring game in that one. No, give me the over. 5.5 goals. I think we easily get over 5.5 in that one. As Kessel's been putting the puck in the net a little for the Coyotes, so I think they can chip in at least one or two to help us get over the total.
Penny's got the Senators.
It's good for that parlay, Mitch.
It is.
Penny's on a run. It won yesterday too, didn't it? It had the Blackhawks. So
What's the worst YouTube comment? Like that you guys don't see them. To me, the dumbest YouTube comment is this didn't age well. It's
I hate that.
dumbest. It's just it's like what a moron comment. It's like this didn't age well.
That's just like a trend people are saying. I'll post a picture of my jersey and they say that and I'm like, it's still my team. Still.
Yeah, it's like
right?
this didn't age well. So like what is I don't understand. And your point is I got one wrong is like so you're here after the fact to rub my face and let's follow you around for a day and see what kind of wonderful life you have. You know, we'll just point out every time you make any kind of mistake in anything, and we'll point it out to you. And trust me, probably be a I'm sure it'll be a.
Absolutely, I love when they even put the low key in front of it. This low key didn't age well. Wait for that one, Mitch.
I got about 100. I get a bunch of them. I mean, I give out. We do 1,200 videos or something a month. So it's,
absolutely.
Imagine.
If you could hit every single one of your free videos, well,
I'm unsubscribing. This guy lost this game. And it's like I clearly say, like in the video, like this is a lean past. That Thunder game against so many people. This guy doesn't know anything. It's like, well, what about all those other Thunder covers that I gave out that you guys ripped me on? What are all those?
Yeah.
Is this a joke?
It's not like you're saying, thank me later. This is the best bet. Bet your house on it.
I got to change the videos today. So it's like every once in a while I change the script, the generic part of it. I try and do it every 2 to 3 weeks. So today I said, I try to win them all, but anyways, college hoops, Florida Gators taking on Texas Southern. Way to step it up, boys. 0-7 Texas Southern, but 5-2 against the number. Got Citadel against NC Central. Watch out for them Hawks, man. Watch out for them Hawks. Moorhead against the Blue Hose. Something's got to give, Brian.
Yep. First it was BJU, and now it's Moorhead State. So.
Yep. All coming together for the Hose.
The Hose are making their rounds.
Yep. It's like basically paint by numbers. I mean, just way too much material for us. It's like give people juvenile sense of humor and some lobs. Yep. This is what you get. Welcome aboard, Joe. Got Kent State versus Townsend.
I just caught on to what you guys were talking about. It takes me a second sometimes.
Well,
Man.
Coastal Carolina against Mercer. Colgate against Columbia. Columbia sucks this year. They really suck. Iowa against Illinois. Liberty taking on Delaware State. I've been told they put this team together at the Student Union 2 hours before each game. Houston against Alcorn State. New Mexico State, the rematch at the Pit. Pepperdine versus San Jose State. Brian, what do you think?
Well, I'm going to stay true to my blue hose at Presbyterian. They've 6-2 on the year, 5-2 ATS on the year for Presbyterian, and I just think it's a little bit too high of a spread here against Morehead State's about 500 against the spread. They've been coming up strong for me. I also like Towson plus the points against Kent State. Towson's been a really strong cover team this year. 6-2 ATS. So give me Towson plus the points here. Keep it close. I think it's a one possession, maybe 4-point loss for Towson.
Rod?
For me in this time slot, 3-teamer for you here. We're going to take Texas Southern plus the points against the Gators. I think Florida wins this game, but not that many. Texas Southern, they may be 0-7, but they're also 5-2 against the numbers. So they've been pretty good at keeping these games a little closer than people think. So give me Texas Southern plus the points against the Gators. I also I agree with Brian. Give me Towson plus the points against Kent State. I think that's a closer game than people figure as well. So give me that one. And the other one I like Coastal. Coastal likes to play on Mondays. They got the better D than Mercer as well. So their D steps up, shuts down Mercer, and get the win and cover in that one. Coastal 9-2-1. Their last dozen on Monday. So give me Coastal in that one. You can parlay those up. Towson, Coastal, plus Texas Southern. 3 I like in that time spot.
Joe Madden.
Yeah, give me Iowa at home. They're undefeated at home this season, 6-0 against Illinois, 3-5 against the spread. They just have not been covering that well. I think Iowa will force those turnovers and get the job done here. And then give me Coastal Carolina as well. I liked Mercer when it was +4. I don't like it at +2 now. I think Coastal easily wins this one by 3. And then I'm with you guys. Give me Towson plus the points against Kent State. Kent State is 3-7 against the spread in their last 10 games, but they're 1-4-1 against the spread in their last 6 home games. So I think Towson keeps it tight, 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games overall.
I like North Carolina Central against Citadel. And I think they cover easily. I think they have a chance to win this game. Citadel scores a ton of points, but their defense is just a sieve of sieves. And when you look at who the Hawks have been in against, and normally, the Hawks are normally one of these great, Monday night teams that when there's no other games, kind of like this. So we see them all the time. And normally they're up against teams in their conference getting stomped. They do get to play Mississippi Valley State a couple times a year, but these guys hung in there against some decent teams, and they got they lost to Cashville. They played Iowa. They were getting 29.5 in that thing, and they covered, and then they lost to Memphis. They didn't cover in that one. They lost by 39. But at least they played them, and then they played Richmond. They lost by 10. They were getting 25 in that one, so they're not as bad as you would think. And Citadel, well, it's not a great Citadel team. The Citadel. They got beat by Cashville as well. Beat South Carolina State in overtime. Congratulations. 10.5-point favorite. They covered even in overtime, which is pretty nuts. But they got rung up by Duke 107. They lost to the Hose. They beat Pitt. Yeah, I'll take the points with NC Central. I think a lot of people are looking past them. We'll take them in. We do that. Stray animals in NC Central Hawks. That's what we do here. I also like the other one I was looking at. I lean to Illinois here in this one against Iowa. I think I'm seeing bad information on a lot of stuff here, so be on the lookout. It seems that most of the college basketball games have bad information today. The opening line on this game was 2, not 3. It went from 2 to 3, and then from 3 back to 2.5. But the opening line was not 3. It was definitely 2, because I watched it open yesterday because I was waiting for it to do my videos. So I see all of the opening lines. So there's bad information there, but I still like Illinois. I think that the trends that Joe mentioned are valid, but I think they're also invalid because Illinois was missing players. They were missing their guards, and they were missing Kofi Cockburn. And when you look at a guy like Kofi Cockburn, right? So here's the thing about being a college basketball All-American. Okay, here's the difference between being a first-team college basketball All-American and a first-team any other sport All-American. There's 480 Division I teams. There are 5 first-team All-Americans. So 480 times how many guys are on these teams? It's not like an NBA where there's only 12, right? There's a bunch. Or maybe there's a dozen. All right, so I say there's a dozen. So 4,800 plus, I don't know. How many is it? Plus 4,800 plus then 2 times 480. So say 5,700 and change players. The top 5 guys are the first team All-Americans. Kofi Cockburn is one of those guys. So him missing 2 games, it's going to affect Illinois. But now he's back, and he certainly has looked very much like one of the top 5 players in America. We saw one of them yesterday. One of the guys who's a first-team All-American, and he pretty much took charge as well. Or it was Saturday we saw him. Oral Roberts, Max Abmas, right? You've seen him. Remember him from last year in the tournament? Oof. Filthy. I don't know. I don't think Iowa's got anything that can stop him. Not a Bohannon guy either. I don't know. It's a lean. I don't love it as much as some of these other games. I see a few that I really love out there. I also like Colgate laying the 21.5 against Columbia. Columbia's straight ass. They're the worst of the Ivy League. Colgate beat Syracuse, right, Brian? Wasn't that your big claim to fame the other day?
Yep.
100-85.
Well, I like college basketball.
What do you think they'll do to Columbia? Package them up.
You can't base what one team does in one game. What they're gonna. If one team is successful against a team, doesn't mean. I don't know. I don't look at that. Like if Colgate beats Syracuse and then Colgate's playing Iowa and Syracuse beat Iowa, it's not like I think Colgate's gonna knock off Iowa. So.
So what are you trying to say?
I don't know. I'm making no sense.
Pretty much.
I'm getting hungry. It's starting to get.
You're not a believer in strength of
Okay,
schedule?
someone give him a Snickers, quick.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Strength.
Right.
I don't go by one win means. Like I just said, I don't want to get into the woods too far.
You're a stupid
That's probably my
man.
answer to my kids when I say something and they question me. I'm like, I don't know. I'm hungry. Just leave me alone. Do what I said.
Yeah, my son starts asking me questions. I said, "Don't worry about it."
There it is. Cristobal's taking the Miami job. It was that fast. He's
Wow.
left Oregon. Take the Miami job. Hopefully take some of those good recruits with him. That's all we can hope for. Because it's a little late in the game. But I think he'll be able to keep guys home. I think that's why they bring in a Miami guy. Keep guys home. Anyways. He clearly said before the season the Ducks were at least a year away. He said that this team wasn't ready. They had a good year. They beat Ohio State on the road. All right, Rod, who's your parlay?
My parlay, we're going to take Colorado Avalanche.
Wizards and Blazers?
No Wizards and Blazers.
Wizards, Blazers, Timberwolves. It's like... Here.
For me, we're going to take the Avs on the puck line, take the Seattle Kraken on the money line, and take Coastal Carolina lay the points. Or Mercer. -3 I like. Little mixed sport birdcage today. Avs on the puck line, Coastal Carolina, and the Kraken.
I got to put my Christmas lights up. It's already.
Do you have Christmas palm trees?
I have a whole box of lights that I put up in my set.
Nice.
And then I leave them up for months at a time.
Right? I did last year too.
Months.
I got a little snowman. That got to go around.
Still.
I need to hire someone to put up my lights. It's too cold outside.
That's what you have kids for.
It's true. That's
Brian,
what I
what-
keep telling them.
Gotta cut them.
For me,
Gotta cut it off where it hurts. Then.
Yeah, I'll be like, hey, you want this prime rib for dinner?
Yeah,
You know you
You want
do.
this grilled? You want this grilled cheese?
You're gonna get
It's true.
hungry.
That's how I do bribe them with their stomachs, most definitely.
Brian, what do
for
you
my
got?
parlay, I'm going to go with the Seattle Kraken on the money line. I'm going to take the San Antonio Spurs plus the points and the Buffalo Bills minus the points.
Joe.
And I take the LA Kings on the money line, the over in the Avs and Flyers, and the Dallas Stars on the money line for a three-team parlay in the NHL.
Ottawa
Second top.
Senators, North Carolina Central, Hawks, and the Milwaukee Bucks. Thanks everyone for joining us. Make it a winning day. I'm going to try like crazy to act more professional tomorrow. Have a great day. Make it a winner.